setting boom hydraulic overload protection, or HOP. This tech tip applies to C3000, C4000, C5000, C6000, C7000, XL4000, and Command All units. Before we get started on this tech tip, a short word on safety when we're working with hydraulic equipment. Please be aware of hydraulic oil injection, a dangerous condition. Never check for leaks with your hands. Please use a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard. Thank you. As referenced in the printed tech tip, tools needed to perform this procedure: a half, a 9/16, a 3/4, and depending on age of the unit, a 1-inch wrench, a set of Allen wrenches, a number 4 JIC plug, and a 0 to 5,000 PSI gauge that is accurate. Hello, this is Scott Bittler with Terex Utilities Technical Support Department. Today, in this video tech tip, we're going to cover setting boom hydraulic overload protection system, commonly referred to as HOP. We're going to cover setting system pressure and then the pressure for the HOP system. One of the components that we'll be using is our pressure relief manifold. We need to set our system pressure with this cartridge right here. Components of our HOP system. Here is the HOP sense manifold. This cartridge here is where we set the HOP trip pressure. This hose we will be disconnecting for an accurate pressure reading. And this fitting here, the quick disconnect, is where we'll be hooking our pressure gauge. For ease of hooking up the pressure gauge, before you engage the PTO, we're going to hook our pressure gauge here, and it is port G1. The next thing is we undo this hose at the comp port. Install a plug in the end of the hose. And now we are ready to check system pressure. After running the unit to get the hydraulic oil at operating temperature, we're going to check system pressure to make sure it is set correctly. This value can be found in your maintenance manual or on the ID tag. The unit we're using today, pressure relief, is 2,600 pounds. So boom all the way up. Read the gauge at full throttle. To adjust system pressure, we do it at this cartridge here. You undo the lock nut, insert your Allen wrench. Clockwise increases the pressure, counterclockwise decreases the pressure, and then when you're done, make sure the lock nut is securely fastened. Okay, next we set the unit up to use the winch and load line to create the load. The boom is typically set at 45 degrees with the second section all the way out. We hook up to a load well above the load chart capacity in this position. In this case, 45 degrees, second all the way out. Load chart reads 4,670 pounds. You preload the winch to about 1,000 PSI on the gauge, and then start using winch up to apply the load and read your pressure gauge. Okay, in this case, the winch quit lifting at 2,600 PSI. The correct difference between system and HOP should be 200 pounds. We need to adjust the HOP cartridge up to get 2,800 PSI. To adjust the HOP set point, it is done at this cartridge here. We loosen the lock nut clockwise to increase the pressure, or in, we're going to set the lock nut, and then another pull to see if the pressure is set correctly. As a final check that the value is set correctly, preload the winch line to about 1,000 PSI on the gauge, full engine throttle, winch up till it quits, and we're a little bit over 2,800 PSI within specification. We're good to go. Store the boom in the rest. Hook the hose back up to the comp port, remove the pressure gauge, and now we're done setting boom HOP. Thank you.